Hello and welcome to this episode of The Turn, where we look at the dynamics of role modeling. For survivors of child sex abuse, this can be a very interesting and very rich domain because for many of us, we never had healthy role models when we were growing up, when we were going through very, very tough circumstances. So the discovering and coming to healthy and safe places where role modeling is available and is part of the dynamic, it can be a very, very important part of the healing journey. So I am so happy to present to you this episode of The Turn, where we look at role models. Thank you.
Everybody should have role models. Everybody should have people, friends that honestly look at them with a sense of compassion and empathy and show them parts of their life where they're not being the best that they can be. This is a huge thing. It doesn't matter what successful person out there, you ask any successful person out there, if they did it all themselves, they'll say no. They'll point to likely many, many different people that help them along the way, that help bring them to the next level. We will never do that ourselves. We need somebody else outside of ourselves to push us and to pull us up to the next level of ourselves. Our natural tendency as human beings is to kind of stay, oh yeah, I really worked hard at the gym today, I really worked out, but you get a personal trainer there, you'll work 3 times as hard because that personal trainer will say, you're not done yet. You keep going, you keep moving through it. So to have, especially here at the Gatehouse, to have a facilitator that's been through the programs here, and when a person starts to get stuck and say, yeah, I'm really fully expressing myself, to have somebody say, you know, there's more there. You can rise up above that, and to gently have people rise up, gently until you can become a little bit more forceful.
I reflect back being 15 years old, and I was pretty lost and pretty quiet as a kid, unless it involved sports, when I could excel. I battled to get a teacher in grade 8.
When you mentor people and you're connected to your heart, and people feel that you're connected to the best that's within them, you can be a little bit more firm with their personal growth. There's a sense of trust that must be built before that. There's a sense of, this person really wants me to go and be, and I'm with this person, I'm moving with this person rather than this person just telling me what to do.
That man put me in 2 plays that year. One that we went to the Kingston Women's Penitentiary, and I had a lead role in that.
So there's a sense of trust that's built during that time, but then the mentor become more firm. And if the person is living beneath their potential, is doing and embracing in negative behaviors, like maybe resorting back to drug use or resorting back to alcohol or resorting back to some of the negative coping strategies that they use to get them this far in life, then that mentor can firmly say, hey, you know, you're better than this. Lift you up into your higher self. So mentorship is key to, doesn't matter what you're doing, whether you're doing sports, drama, arts, to have somebody to say, hey, you know, this is, I see something better in you and this is where we're gonna go with this. Are you with me? Really important.
I can tell you the lines. I can tell you what he did for me, and believing in me was beyond anything I ever learned in high school, university, and in life, because he gave me the belief that I could do anything. And when you're not feeling good about yourself, and when you have role models that are more certain about your healing and your gift than you, what a gem.
Every day when I come here to the house, it's so inspirational. Like I've crossed paths with you tonight,
Yeah.
James. I'm going to see Deb again shortly. Every time I come in here, it's just like instant inspiration, and it's like, oh, I'm in heaven.
Yeah, really great.
I'm in heaven.
I think my children too. I have to say that.
Oh, definitely. I
have-
should have done the same thing. Same thing too. But you're absolutely
I
right.
think my children too. I think they are my role models. They have certainly opened up how to handle things new, go about life new, teaching me the world of possibility versus, because we aren't born canting. Like I
No.
can't. And I think they're my greatest role models. And then causing a community of support like yourself, and everyone else here. I love the Gatehouse. I think the Gatehouse is a leader in its work for sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of The Turn, where we explored the concept of role modeling and what that can mean for people who are role models and people who have role models in the peer-facilitated group program process for survivors of child sex abuse. So next week's theme is a biggie for me, and it is this concept of injury versus disorder. So I welcome you to come back and have a look at that episode, because it's one that's near and dear to me, and I hope that you will find it both useful and helpful. All right, thank you.